Welcome to Linux Overdose, episode 10. Today is May the 3rd, 2016. And today's episode is going to be about Ubuntu 16.04, the Unity version, which is the default beginning to end. So we'll go ahead and we'll start. So first we'll download the ISO. So I usually go to distrowatch.com. This is where I make my decision what Linux distro I want to choose. See what's new. Check here in the middle, and then check to the right, and just try whichever one I want to try. Today we're going to do Ubuntu. So of course this is how it's going to look like when we're done installing. We'll go to ubuntu.com, and to get the ISO just go to downloads or download, go to desktop, and then I usually do the torrents. It's just faster. And then right here is the BitTorrent, 64-bit, open. And then I can install it, but I already got it installed. So but that's how you do it. I got transmission as the torrent client, so it automatically opens up and I can download it. So, and then it goes into your download folder, which I already already installed it too. So it'll be here if after I install it. So I believe it might be in trash still. No, it's not in trash. I went ahead and clear out my trash, but that's where it'll be at. And then to install it, I'm going to install it in VirtualBox. And you can see I already created a Ubuntu 16.04, and I did have problems installing it. I went ahead and disabled, which is by default is disabled, but I didn't enable the 3D accelerator. I was given video problems, and I boot up, and sometimes got a reboot, and it got annoying. So I went ahead and installed the NVIDIA drivers for the VirtualBox. I'll show you what I install. Let me see. Through their VirtualBox. No, through my VirtualBox. I mean, through my Synaptic Manager. Yeah, of course I installed this, but I also installed the DKMS, the guest editions, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And I install this, install that, and also install this for the graphics. And so far it seems like my graphic problem is fixed now. So, and plus I wasn't getting full screen, so I had to do the guest edition again. So all this I install. I didn't install this, which I don't need. This is a share folders between your hosts and your guests, either VirtualBox or out elsewhere. And I ain't planning on doing that. So, but if you do, you need to install that. And this is just I think a debugging thing. If you know a lot about how to debug stuff, then you'll need this to debug VirtualBox, which is very advanced. So that's what that is. So I install almost everything, and to set this up is I gave it almost 3 gigabytes of memory. Like I said, I didn't enable any of this. And then did the bridge adapter, and I made sure I can use my clipboard and drag and drop. So that's what I did, and then we go ahead and run it, and we'll go full. And we should have it here soon. And there it is, full screen. No graphic problems. The only reason I said graphic problem, it was just all blurry and fuzzy. It just, you couldn't do anything. So I just kept messing with things until I got it going. So I went ahead and install. Let's see if it did get installed. Oops. I just want to make sure. I didn't check and see if it did get installed. Yeah, I installed this, and it corrected my problems. So that's how I did that. I'll get out full screen here. And let's see. I guess I could bring that back up. How I did the disc, the guest edition CD disc. I click on this, and then I just press run, and it run the script to the guest editions. So that was, very simple to do. And of course I rebooted and logged out, and some of the commands, I'll show you some of my commands histories. Of course you need to update, and then also install this DKMS. Make sure I install GCC, and then also make. So, and then I could set you update, distro update, clean, install make, install CC, install DKMS. Then I went ahead and updated again, and now it seems like everything works. So that's a good thing. Go ahead and go back full screen. And how you do go full screen is just Control and F. So now I'm back full screen. And this should show everything that's installed, which it's not. You gotta highlight all this. I don't know how you do it by default, but it's a pain to have to do this all the time. So I gotta figure out how to do this where it just stays default. See, it okay. There we go. And that's everything that's installed on this system by default. Let's get out here again. Control F. Hide it. And I'm going to open up my browser here. And this is some stuff we're going to go through. go ahead and copy this, and I think I can bring it to the other. Open up a browser. Yeah. Okay, now this is stuff that should know. So unlearn and relearn. So unlearn what you know, and then try to relearn the Linux way. So, and this is how to do it. So I'll put this in the show notes so you can read it. And then you find alternative software. So when I first started Linux, I made a list of everything I did on my computer, all my applications I used to listen to music, burn CDs, burn movies, copy and paste everything. All the applications I was using, wrote them down, got on Linux, and find the alternative for each one. And I found, in 3 days, well, actually 5 days. 5 days I found everything. The first time I done it. And then you learn about your PPAs, which is connected to third-party software, which you can Google that. And then learn your basic commands, which we already learned how to update. And I didn't talk about adding repositories with PPA, but it's simple. Most of it's in text, and you just follow it. Customize to your liking, your wallpaper and all that. Bookmark communities and tutor sites, and enjoy. And then spread the word around. So I just basic stuff there. And let's see. Let's go to the next one. Just this. We'll open up a new tab. Paste and go. And for some reason I went to the same one. I guess I forgot to copy and paste this. So that's how you copy and paste, which is a simple task. Okay, things to do after you install. Update the system, which I already did that, with sudo apt-get update. And then upgrade, which I do the dist distro dot upgrade. Okay, now this I didn't do, so I guess this is necessary. I guess these need to be checked. I guess that's what they're saying here. Which they might be already taken care of. We'll find out. We open up the Synaptic Manager and find out. Let's see. Well, it might not even be installed. Should be. Yeah, package and update. That should be my Synaptic Manager. And it is. Alright. These two, they said make sure these two are checked. So, we gotta do a password. So we'll go ahead and check them. That's the ones on that website, right? Yep. And then revert. Oh, I didn't want to revert. close, and reload. So it's pulling stuff from other repositories. And you can click on details. So this is like a text detail of what's going on. Oh wait, I gotta continue. So the default action is to keep your current version. Default, no. The default action is to keep your current version. Default, no. So we'll just say no. It's a good thing I click on that. Alright, that's taken care of. Okay, now restricted. So we have to make sure the restricted is installed. So we're just going to highlight this. Oops. Copy. Open up our terminal. Paste. Password. Yes. And this is a definite yes. You always want to restrict this stuff. Always. Press OK. Oh, I gotta read. So I'm pressing the arrow down. OK won't be highlighted until you read everything. Alright. Let's see. Tab. Okay, I press tab to highlight OK. Press enter. Yes, I do. So arrow to the right, enter. So this will install a lot of your codecs that you definitely need. So okay, that's done. Now it says installing a better video player, which I'd like. VLC. And if it's already installed, it just won't. It's not installed, so. And I love VLC, but I also like MPV too. So, okay, what else we got here? Install another player. And these are just suggestions. You don't have to do none of this. And I'm not gonna install this at this time. So, and stream spotty. This is how you do if you want it. A cloud storage if you got Dropbox, and then customize and change the fill. Yeah, a tool. You definitely need these. Any tools that to customize your system, you definitely want. So I definitely want this. Okay, that's done. And you can move it to your bottom using that tweak 2 that I just installed. So left or bottom, that's if you want to change it to the bottom. And if you have a laptop, you definitely want to install this stuff. which is laptop tools that you definitely need. And I believe there's something else I need to install, but it's not here. So close this. Go to the other website because I think it had other things. I think highlight it and go back. This is decent where you can just bounce back and forth to different. Paste and go. Okay, it says install Synaptic, which we already know we got. And this app grid, which I have no clue what it is, and I'm not going to install it. But if you want to install it, this is how you do it. I guess that's what it looks like. And turn off online search results, which you probably want to do that. So you go under settings and private and security and private, and search tab, and turn off include online search results. So settings, security, let's see, yeah, right here. And which tab? Search, I guess, and then have it off. Well, by default it is off, so that's good. If you want it on, you turn it on, so it's a good thing it's off. The Tweak 2, which I already installed, the graphic, which I installed, I had to, and that was it. So got that. Let's see, what's this? Oh, okay, I can unmount that. Alright, well, you see that I got it installed. It's working correctly. I can go full screen. It does. When I shut it off one time, I had some errors. It wouldn't shut off. Still, you can shut off your virtual machine by just clicking shut down, but it wouldn't shut off right. It does now. So all those extra steps I did fixed it, or it fixed itself, or update fixed it, or whatever, that it's fixed. It seems like it's working correctly. Now that tool, we'll see where that tool is, the Tweak tool that I installed. And you definitely want to mess with all this to figure out what's what things do, how it works. You ain't gonna know unless you mess with it. And I don't see my Tweak tool. Text entry, time. Yeah, I don't see it. So it was called what? Don't see it. See what was it called? I'll go history. Yeah, we'll see what it was called first. We know it got installed. Unity I was just looking at the wrong place, I guess. So Unity. So that's why I need to look for instead for tweak. Again, I gotta click on all this to show everything. So I gotta figure out the default for that. So now I'll look for Unity. STU, and I don't see it. So just type it here. I thought I installed it. Copy. They just don't show up. We'll figure it out. And it don't hurt to install it again. It just says it was installed, so. And I got it installed. So we just launch it this way. And there it is. So I don't know why it's not showing in my list. Let me see. Is there a menu here? No. Okay. Launcher. See left or bottom. I can click on this and now it's at the bottom. Or I can click on the right and then you got all these other settings to mess with. So, and it might show up. You might have to reboot for it to show up here. Yeah, unless it's under settings here. And I don't see it here either. So that's weird, but you know, it's no big deal. We got it, and just have to remember it's Unity hyphen tweak hyphen tool. And I can figure out how to add it. Like I said, I might have to reboot, so let's try that. Shut down, restart. Let's see what happens. I should close my browser before I did that, but oh well. And just see if it shows up. If not, like I said, I'll figure out how to add it to the menu. Like I say, everything's just a Google away, so it don't take long. Alright, we'll see if it's in here now. Yeah, so I had to reboot for it to show up, because right here it is now. So a reboot is necessary for it to show up in the menu. So I'll be playing around with these. And you just surf the internet, see what to add. And like I said, what people suggest, you don't have to do what they suggest. Just do what you think needs to be needed. And it seems okay. People was having problems, but maybe Ubuntu start fixing the problems as they occur. So I don't see no problems I had other than VirtualBox problems, but not Ubuntu problems. Other than a few things I just don't know how to do yet. Like I have all these highlighted by default. I just don't know how to do that, which I'll find out how to do it. And well, I guess that's about it. So don't have to make a tour of everything. Everything's pretty much the same. And shut down, shut down, make sure it shuts down properly. And it's shut down. Of course, I got my VirtualBox still open, so machine. So all right, that works. So that's pretty good. And plus, my Debian's working real good. So I learned a few things about getting the VirtualBox working for this distro, because it might be different and you gotta add things, do a few steps, and I will learn a few things about Ubuntu. It might come back next episode. We might do a peek at it, and I think I'll be doing Ubuntu links, my favorite links that I like to read, and I might show you how I find things or some shortcuts, and that'd be it. So I guess I'll go ahead and end this episode. So talk to you guys later. Bye.